Welcome to this week's Whole Wheat Costa. I'm here with Kevin tonight.
Still just my mic.
Huh?
Still just my mic. I'm getting.
Yeah, that's fine. They can hear you. If I
Yeah.
can hear you, they can hear you.
All right.
Trying to figure this out. There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so tonight on the beer table, we don't actually have beer. We have amarettos.
Amarettos.
And so we drank all the fake Coke from Aldi.
Oh, I probably should have cheers because we're on camera now. Yeah. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good swallow on camera.
Yeah.
Real ASMR bullshit.
Yeah. We have amaretto in Dr. Pepper, which is basically fake root beer,
Yeah.
sweet root beer. So essentially,
I'm liking it, though.
still beer.
This is it's my new drink of choice.
Oh,
That's all I'm drinking from now.
I got some money for my birthday. Like I got $100 bill.
Yeah.
So I bought a giant bottle of Di Serrano.
Yeah.
It was like $40, and I
Mhm.
was like, greatest present ever. I'm not allowed to drink it before work and my coffee. Because I'm not a big drinker. Like, I'm not a big liquor drinker.
Yeah.
I'm not a big drinker in general. Like, I love trying beers. But, like, I do like Di Serrano in coffee. It makes you feel cool.
I'll try it.
So, yeah. And, so it's like, it's pretty good. And it doesn't really get you drunk. I mean, if you drank like 8 of them, you'd probably be, like, messed up. But it's pretty good, except if it gets cool, it has a cold. Like you let it sit out for more than like 20 minutes, it has a really weird taste.
Yeah, I told the story before the podcast that probably one of the first times I got drunk in life, I was drinking amaretto. I was down in Atlantic City with like these random people that like I knew in like high school and college.
I always end up in Atlantic City.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like that kind of person in general. So it was like a sort of a weird. It was sort of like a one-off thing for me. But I got pretty drunk and I was pretty unhappy about it by that night time. I don't know.
So we got some side news.
Yeah.
Stan Lee passed away today.
Yeah.
Which is like I've said before, like I really don't get like upset about people that died. So there's like 2 people that were dead before I even knew about them that like I was kind of upset about. That's like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Frank Zappa. Like I would have liked to see them live in concert because they're 2 great musicians and composers and everything. But Stan Lee is one of those things that I'm a big comic book fan. I've been reading comic books my entire life, and so I like that stuff. And he was a real advocate for creating comics that really just like foil real life.
Yeah, well, Neil deGrasse Tyson, his tweet today was, basically thanking Stan Lee for making, scientifically literate comic book characters. Like Bruce Banner and Tony Stark and I forget who else I forget who else he mentioned. He put on that list, but
yeah. He made the X-Men for civil rights basically. And we still have like civil rights arguments. He made the Fantastic Four. I forget why. But that was like basically he said everyone's different, but we can all get along. That was like his whole thing, and he really just fought for a lot of things through his writing. And then over the last 10 years with the MCU, I know for a fact my brother has made like a bond with his son watching these like MCU movies.
Yeah.
And like I know for a fact you've made a bond with your son watching all of these MCU movies, and I've like made friendships, through just talking about these MCU movies, like the continuity and like the comic books and everything. So for the last decade, because of Stan Lee and like Jack Kirby and a couple other comic book writers, like a lot of people have made these like lasting bonds and have dedicated a large amount of time making YouTube videos and essays and really like revitalizing the comic genre and just going to Comic Cons. There's a different Comic Con every week. Like I see from like just from following Ming Chen from A Shared Universe, like he's at a new con every week, and like and because of the MCU is created because of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and all these other comic book writers, that you can get this great world going and you can build lasting relationships. So I think it's that's like he has brought, because of him, I feel like a lot of people have come together over something that's related to politics, but like it gives you 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday. That you could forget about the real world, then you can talk about it. Like, you can play with your son, he can be Captain America and you can be Crossbones and be the bad guy and everything. So.
Yeah, I'll never play Crossbones.
Yeah.
But no, and it's so wide reaching too. Like, I know, so before I really got into it, because honestly, I saw the first Avengers movie. I really didn't see any of the Thor movies then at that point. I didn't see any of the Captain America movies. I think what really got me into it was when the first current Spider-Man movie came out. I remember we went. It was just me, Kelly, and Sam. We were going to the movies. I don't want to make myself words loud. That's not gonna cut us out, right?
No. I try to take notes.
Okay.
For when we're right up to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Because there wasn't a time Word to sort of update it and like it restarted the computer.
No, the computer updated.
Okay.
No, the Word, Microsoft Word is.
I think it was Microsoft Office updated.
Yeah.
And it restarted the computer.
No, this is so I can take notes of what we write. So when we write a description of what the podcast is about,
I like it. So, yeah. But anyway, so it was when Sam was still 1. Like probably early 1 because when did Homecoming come out?
Homecoming?
Did it come out 2015?
No, 2017. I think last year. Last year.
Could have been last year.
Yeah, last year.
Hang on, wait.
Yep.
Wait. Just to make the story more relevant. I'm sorry. I don't like to look up stuff mid podcast, but
right.
We're gonna find it out here. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last year.
Let's see. Oh, it really was 2017. Okay, so it must have been early. So he must have been 2. It must have been like earlier, like earlier 2017. So we were going to the movies. It was just the 3 of us. We didn't have Allison, and we were like trying to just figure out a kids movie because it was only the second time Sam had ever been to the movies. We saw Boss Baby, which was, I don't know. It was the only cartoon movie that was out. We kind of want to take him to a movie.
Here's the thing about Boss Baby.
Yeah.
Me, my brother, Lily, and Peyton watched Boss Baby. Like, it was like free on demand or something.
Yeah.
We watched it. Me and my brother laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
We were laughing the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly fell asleep during it. I think Sam fell asleep too. That was the first movie I saw was Boss Baby. Since then, I can't imagine many other. Well, he's about to be 4, but I can't imagine any other. At this point, still 3-year-olds have like gone to the movies as many times as he does. He just really likes it, so we go all the time. I actually had the AMC Stubs thing recently, and it pays off immediately.
Yeah, it's great.
Like the first movie you go to, it pays off.
AMC Stubs, yeah. Like every like 2 movies, you get like $5 off. So you know what I
get?
Mozzarella sticks, free mozzarella sticks for everyone. And then if you get like a medium or a small, they go, you can upgrade for free.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, upgrade me for free.
I saved $20 on convenience fees. I had it for like 3 weeks. I've saved $20 on convenience fees. I saved another $10 on concessions. I would have saved more, but I didn't know how to like bring it up on my phone the first time. But anyway, so I made it my story like 5 times.
I still have like a plastic card. I don't have it on my phone. I should probably get the app.
Yeah, I signed up on my phone so I could do the online ordering and not pay the convenience fee. And again, immediately saved $10.
Right.
So get AMC Stubs. If you go to the movies more than once a month, get AMC Stubs. But anywho, so he's 2. We're in line at the movies. At this point, he was a late talker. He barely talks. I didn't think he was aware of any of the Marvel guys at all. And we're standing in line, and we're like, oh, well, I guess the 3rd Cars movie is out. I was like, let's see Cars. Like, we didn't really want to save, but we figured it was a cartoon movie he would sit through because he'd only been to one other movie at that point. It was a cartoon movie. And then we're standing in line, and there's a big Spider-Man promotional thing. He was like, Spider-Man. And then we're like, oh, do you want to see Cars? He's like, Spider-Man. And, like, again, basically one-word sentence at that point. But he knew we wanted to see Spider-Man. And we saw Spider-Man. It was the 2nd movie he ever saw. He watched the whole movie as a 2-year-old, sat through it. And is still, and 2 years later, still obsessed with Spider-Man.
It was such a good movie.
Yeah, exactly. Just had a Spider-Man birthday yesterday. Anytime we're trying to watch a movie on like a Saturday night, if we're scrolling through, if friggin' Homecoming's on, he's like, I want to watch Spider-Man. Like, no, we've seen it like 10 times. We're not watching Homecoming anymore. But no. So I've only really gotten very into it the last 2 years. Before that, for years, my mom was obsessed with Captain America. Every time you went over her house for like a few years, she had a Captain America movie playing. She had them all saved in her DVR, and she basically played them on. Like she could probably recite all the Captain America movies to you line for line at this point. Loves Bucky. She's like a huge Sebastian Stan fan. So just like generationally, so like my mom loved Captain America. My 2-year-old son loves Spider-Man. I've gotten into all the movies now. I don't know. I feel like Captain America might be my favorite. I'm not really sure though. Although now it's the Hulk because that's what he always calls me.
I think Captain America is one of the best characters.
Yeah.
But the Captain America movies are okay at best.
Well, Civil
War is pretty good.
So I've never seen First Avenger yet. But
it's kind of silly.
Oh yeah. Well, it was I think the early ones the original Iron Man was really I think a surprise hit, right, when it came out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But me and Sam actually saw what's the second Captain America movie? Winter Soldier. When they re-released it a few months ago as part of the 10th anniversary thing, we saw Winter Soldier in the movies. It was awesome.
Yeah, Winter Soldier's pretty good. No, the first Captain America is like really silly.
Okay. But anyway, so just like stuff like that. So and then we had a superhero birthday party yesterday. No DC except for Mary wore Wonder Woman because she can wear whatever she wants. But yeah, and it was just pretty fun because we had all the Marvel stuff around. JD came over to help decorate because he's the only one that can reach high enough to hang things on the ceiling.
Anything past 5'5".
Yeah, so he's the only one that can hang up the hangy things. They're still on the fan, so you gotta come over and get them off. I was thinking maybe just turn the fan on and see if they just fly off.
No, they're off there. I staple them. Yeah.
And our idea before the party started, we got out like all his action figures. And we got out like the Captain America shield and a Stormbreaker and the Hulk hands. And then like as soon as the first kid came over, like they started playing with the stuff, so like the decorations were basically being played with by that point. But it was just like pretty fun. And then some of the people that came over like a little bit later had some kids with them, and the one was a little older kid. So he came dressed in a Spider-Man costume. So then when they came, he stayed outside, and they basically got Sam. We're like, oh, Sam, look, we have a surprise for you outside. And he goes outside, and I just thought it was cool, but then he like ran away. But then me and him were upstairs peeing like a few minutes later, and Sam's like, I didn't know Spider-Man would be here. And I was like, yeah, no big deal.
Pretty sure that kid didn't wear clothes under the Spider-Man. Like, I'm pretty sure he was just wearing the Spider-Man, like probably underwear, and then the Spider-Man costume, like no shirt or anything.
Sam had Spider-Man underwear on, so.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then I don't know. Yeah, it was just I don't know. It's just great to be. Just to have this, just pretty positive like other world that you can really indulge in when there's so much shitty stuff.
Right.
And even with Infinity Wars having sort of a dark ending, it's still like the heroes up there, and there's still awesome parts. And it's cool to see I think to like this stuff as a kid, because you can see from watching superhero stuff and full disclosure, Sam also likes The Incredibles, which I really have no interest in. But every once in a while he wants to play Incredibles, and I'm like, and he's like, oh, Mr. Incredible. I'm like, oh, what do you want, Dash? I can't really get into The Incredibles, but then he loves all the Marvel stuff, and it's just cool from what So he plays superhero all the time. So he wants to be strong, and he wants to be fast, and he wants to be brave, and those are all good things to aspire to. And this is what Stan Lee created, is these characters to aspire to. And it's and especially the way they've done it with the MCU now. It's just positive. They managed to make it fun for adults without having to make it adult and
right.
dark and gritty and and
the MCU has done everything right.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes you just want a superhero story and
you want something fun.
Yeah, but not only fun, but inspiring too, without having to have dark overtones.
Yeah. You saw the part, maybe not. the one where Captain America is grabbing the helicopter and he's pulling the helicopter from the side of
Yeah.
the building. Like when I saw that, I was like, shit. I gotta learn how to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like I wish I want to be that strong. And then you realize he has superhuman strength,
Yeah.
and the serum and shit like that. But like you see, like it inspired me just to work out a little harder because like you see his arms, like as an actor, like he had to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so just it's inspiring.
Yeah, well, and for me, like I've said on here before, from Sam calling me the Hulk all the time, like I'm like, well, I gotta lift heavier at the gym, like
Yeah.
I don't know, but shit, what else was I gonna say about it? But yeah. Oh, did I tell the Sam Geode story, breaking the geodes open?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, that's one example of it. He in his mind, he's really strong. And he probably is like pretty strong for a kid his age, but a lot of that is because he plays superhero all the time, so
Right.
he's not sitting around. I don't know.
Switch the topics real quick.
Yeah.
What, like for the first time, like I felt like kind of good about my choice about getting an MBA,
Yeah.
right? Do you know what kind of degree your friend Mary? See, most of the time I hung out with Kevin's work friends,
Yeah.
and not like really the rest of the party. But look, what kind of degree does Mary have?
She has a degree in women's, so it's she's a women's health nurse practitioner.
Right. Like, so she has a MS or master's?
Yeah. It's well, actually she's a doctorate now.
Yeah, doctor.
But
right?
but for I don't know, nursing is kind of weird because the MSN is like what she really like what matters at work, and then
Right.
you just have a doctorate like for fun, like you really don't pay any, like it's like I also want to get one eventually,
Right.
but it's like I don't know, I guess if you're changing jobs, if you're going to go into like more administrative role or something, probably the title matters. But,
Right. But like we were just talking, like a couple of us were just talking, and she's like, "Oh yeah, well, why'd you have to do that?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm like studying for my MBA."
Yeah.
And she like turns to like who's the other lady?
Jackie.
Jackie. She's like, "Oh, I wish I wish I went for something like that, but it just seems too hard." And it made me feel good. And like I'm like, yeah, but like you're also like you're a highly educated like
Yeah.
person. Like you don't wish for that
Yeah.
So it like made me feel good. Like it's something people are like also strive to.
Yeah, well, I think for us too. I think especially in medicine, because we're all so specialized. So the fact that we're just work in urology, like you feel like you focus on such a narrow area that like it gets to the point where everything in your area seems like it's really basic, and it's really not. But it's not like you're solving all these different problems all the time. Where like you're basically just doing the same things, and like are in a way super intelligent in that area. Like there's only 10,000 people, or out of the 6 billion people in the world that like know what about that subject.
Right.
But it's a pretty narrow subject. So, and from talking to like-minded people all the time, or people that know the same stuff as you, you kind of in your head, you kind of get to the point where it all seems like pretty basic. Like you don't really know that much stuff.
Right.
I think it's sort of like what happens to people. So it's probably the same thing in like the business world. Like if you work on in a certain area or certain area of a company, you probably everything gets second nature, and then it's like, oh, this is boring. Like what am I even doing?
Yeah. Like the thing I do, like shipping, receiving. There's so many people that do it. It's like insane. So like it's obviously less specialized than anything.
Yeah.
But what I do is sort of specialized. So you talk to people and they're like, I don't know that. And you're like, how do you not know that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know these rules? Well, I just ship plastic parts all day. Like, like Amazon has 100,000 shippers. Yeah. But they just ship. They're not specialized like I am. And you're like, oh, how do they get paid almost as much as I do then?
Yeah.
So like it kind of sucks. But like like if you look at statistics, I think it's like 34% of people have a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
And like even less than that, like 16% have like a master's, and like
Yeah.
4% of those are like people with MBA.
Yeah.
But like talking to people and like doing research, and you're like, oh, this person has an MBA. It's not that rare at all. And then like you actually look at the statistics, it's like 365,000 people like
Yeah.
have one, and you're like, oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad at all.
What's the thing? Yeah, I think just like whatever industry you're in, you just think everyone knows the same stuff. So like, there's nothing special about you. Like again, back to like medicine. Like you see a patient, you make a diagnosis, you treat them, and you sort of think in your head like, oh well, any competent person like that also works in this field should have made the same diagnosis and made the same decision.
Right.
So you're like, so like what like besides besides being a body here, like what did they even add to this?
Right.
But then I mean, every once in a while you like figure out something that no one else could figure out, or you like.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, or you pick something up like right away that probably somebody else would have sent them for like 6 tests to figure out. So like every once in a while you get like a boost like that, but most of it is like oh, anyone they would have seen in this office should have made the same came to the same conclusion as I did.
Right.
So there's nothing special about it. But again, and again, and now you're talking to like subspecialists of medicine and then of urology. Probably what like 0.1% of the population would have known that.
Right.
But like everyone knows that.
Yeah. What's it called? Like for my neutropenia. Like I went to like one of the top doctors in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And he basically said, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go to one of the top doctors in the country.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't afford that. And he's like, she's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I go, cool. And like after a year and a half of seeing her, she's like, look, I don't know. You're just gonna have to go back to the other doctor. I'm retiring.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to deal with the stress of dealing with why you don't get sick, but with no immune system.
I don't want to deal with your bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm retiring.
And she goes, and I go, so you just don't want to deal with me? And she goes, yeah, like I'm older too, but like I can't figure it out. And she basically said, if I can't figure it out, no one else is really gonna figure it out. Like you'd have to spend weeks at Johns Hopkins, like that thing. So I just like gave up. Same time she gave up.
Yeah.
But I did get we have this thing called Know Your Numbers.
Yeah.
And so they take like the finger prick blood test and they weigh you and they do. So like my after moving boxes for 4 or 5 hours today, my resting heartbeat after like doing all this physical activity is not. Resting heartbeat as me sitting for 5 minutes was 87, which is pretty good. Like after a bunch of physical activity.
That's mine on a lot of metoprolol.
Yeah. And then my blood pressure was like perfect.
Yeah.
And all of my blood, like the triglycerides and all that other stuff, was in optimal, except for.
Except for your no white blood cells.
No, we didn't. I got that blood drawn today too. But that's a different. That's like a full the full test or whatever. So it's pretty funny and so all my blood's like in optimal range. One of them was less than optimal. I forget which one it was. So I think my like bad cholesterol was like normal. Yeah. Like it was like optimal is like 120 or whatever and. Mine's like 129. Yeah. So it's like whatever. But like so it was like really good. I felt like good about it because my nutrition is like better and I've been working out. But then my BMI. Want to take a guess at it?
It's probably like 45 or something.
36 and a half.
Okay.
I'm borderline.
I guess you're pretty tall. I was gonna say because of how wide you are. Yeah. But,
I'm borderline.
Yeah.
Morbidly obese.
No, I'm. That's about. That's about what mine probably is. Yeah. Well, actually, let me see, because I weighed myself today. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Yeah, what do you weigh?
Like 222.
Okay, yeah, I was I have like these heavy work pants, I have steel toe boots, so I was 242.
222.
Mine's like, I think it's like 6 pounds for all my clothes, 6 or 7 pounds, so.
So I'm like 5'6" or 5'7". I'm like somewhere, we'll do 5'6" and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm 35. I'm obese. 35.3.
Yeah, that's where I am too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like the 2 weeks ago I woke up real early. My gym opens up at 5, and I was up and I didn't have anything to do. This I guess it's like 3 weeks from 4, but I played basketball 1-on-1 for an hour. With a guy like sweating.
That's that's a lot of cardio.
Yeah, and I don't think an obese person can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we played half court, so maybe that's why I was able to do it. But it was like 1-on-1 for like a good hour, from 5:30 to 6:30.
Oh, die.
It was like the score was 37 to 43 him. Yeah. And it's like I don't think an obese can do it. Like I know the charts are all bullshit and everything, But I just think like telling people going out there like, well, these two measurements mean you're obese. And you're like, shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Borderline morbidly obese.
Yeah, I kind of want to look up like bodybuilders' BMIs. I bet they're like outrageous.
Yeah, they're like 40%.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about. It's kind of on the topic. Like today, I listen to podcasts at work. Well, when I get the chance to, I like to listen to it. So I tape it. Now I'm probably gonna get brain cancer, but I tape my helmet like in a little bag, like this big, like the size of my phone. And I tape it on the top of my helmet. And I listen to podcasts.
Okay.
I sneak it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But so I listened to it, and have you ever heard of this guy Tyson Fury?
No.
He's undefeated.
Okay.
In boxing, heavyweight boxer, right?
Mm.
And he got stripped of his title and all other stuff. So
why?
He got stripped of his title because he had a clause where he had to do a rematch, but then he had to fight for the title at the same time. And he's like, well, like legally, I have to fight this rematch, so I can't fight for the title real fast. Like they stripped his title. So he's.
Whole sports is that whole sport still corrupt? Is that all still true for that
boxing?
Like boxing?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So he was the heavyweight, undisputed heavyweight, like four titles, like linear, like he won all 4 titles in heavyweight boxing, and he is, well, his measurement for boxing, he is 6'8", 3/4. So he like says he's 6'9".
Yeah.
So when he boxes, he was like 265. You know, so he's a giant man.
Yeah.
And like he was talking about how like his one trainer was like, well, we got to get you like in good shape. He's like, no, I don't mind being a fat ass because like my gas tank's pretty good. And he's like I've knocked out a lot of 6-packs. So it's like I don't need to be. I don't, because like when you start lifting heavy like that, your body comes more stiff.
Yeah.
You know, and getting in that shape and doing all that stuff. He's like, I'll do these 3 exercises, like these 3 types, like the rope, like, you know, sparring and all this other stuff to get like, you know, my stamina up. He's like, my stamina's up at 300 and I lose 40 pounds. Like my stamina, like, he's like, my power is like great and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to mention is like, I didn't know he was going to talk about it, but like he dealt with severe depression. Like he bought a Ferrari. And he decided that, like, he didn't think of anything, so, like, his kids, his family, or anything. So he got the Ferrari, like, he was going to drive it over this bridge and crash off the side of the bridge, kill himself. So he got his Ferrari up to, like, 180, and then so he's like, oh, no. And he heard, like, a voice, and, like, after he won the title and got the title taken away, like, he beat the guy, he's my age. I think he's a couple months older than me, so, like, 28. He said when he was 21 or 22, he told like the champ of the world, he's like, I'm going to beat you one day, and so that was his goal. So he did it, and like so he went into severe bout of depression. So he and for like 45 minutes, like he talked about it, you know, like, and then I listened to, you know who Henry Rollins is?
Yeah.
Well, he talked about, and like. So anyway, Tyson Fury was talking about like how goals and like exercise really like helped him through his depression. You know, like he did it. And then like I was listening to interview. Like I love Henry Rollins, so I listened to a bunch of like stuff, and he's talking about his depression because he said depression forever. So he's like talked about exercise and goals, and like a big thing for me is like exercise, goals, and music. So it's like I listen to these like. I guess like they're not, you know, they're no Kardashians, but they're pretty high profile people, and like depending on what world you listen to, like, so, and these guys are talking about their depression, how it deals with them, and it's like they talk about it like they're ordering a sandwich, like that's how comfortable they are, and I really think like you know, people with depression like me or whatever, like hearing these higher profile people talk about it, it's just crazy, you know, to me that like I don't think most people like I don't have the confidence to talk with most people about that like as candid as those two people did, and like how what they do and help, and like they just keep going. So you know, that was like 2. I didn't know what they were going to be about, like 2 in a row, like talking about like their depressions and their motives to like get over and everything. Like neither one of the guys like did like antidepressants. Well, Tyson Fury drank a bunch and did some coke, so
Yeah.
he went up. He was 6'9", 400 pounds at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, like fat. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so it was a pretty cool day for me. You know, hearing these high profile people like talk about like their struggles and
It's a
shit.
pretty good day because the depressed guy, Stan Lee, died. You know, it was real up enough.
Yeah.
No, I think that's something important because, you know, one, it lets, you know, people that are dealing with that know that, you know, that everyone deals with it, which I think is an important message because, you know, I think when people kill themselves is when they feel isolated, like they're the only people going through these problems or whatever,
Right.
and there's like no other solution. But you see people, one, that have come up with solutions, you know, their own solutions, so it really wouldn't work for anybody else, whatever they did probably, but at least, you know that there's end goals and, you know, you feel less alone about it. You know, I think for the people doing it, I think it makes you feel a lot better to talk to people about it. I know I was pretty anxious over the last week.
Real quick, I was talking to I was talking to Rachel about it, and she's like, "Are you depressed now?" And I said, "No, I don't think so." But like it's something like I like hearing people talk about because like it always stays with you.
Yeah.
So it's like when you listen, like you can re-listen to these podcasts, and you can listen to them like when you're feeling down, and then like, all right, well, what's my next goal? You know.
Yeah.
So it's like it is good because like it's something that always stays with you. So it's really like it's good to know other people live with those, especially like even 10 years ago, people never talked about depression. Like no one did.
Yeah. No, but I had a fair amount of anxiety over the last week because, and I don't know. So I don't know if I don't even know how to start from the beginning to summarize it all. But I mean, essentially, you know, we had Sam's birthday on Sunday, and then on Saturday night, like all of Kelly's friends were going to this like adult birthday party. You know, it was like at one of the, you know, New Year's clubs and stuff. And I think it, you know, and I mean I was invited too, but any weekends where I have Sam, I really don't like to do other stuff because I don't have them all the time, so I don't really like to waste that time on other things.
Right.
But then, you know, the consequence of that is working, you know, the other weekends, and then the weekends I have him not really doing anything. You know, I mean, I essentially just never do anything, you know, as far as as far as having a social life. And, you know, when me and Kelly met, I mean, we both already had kids, and, you know, so we never got to like go out really and like be young and fun and like go out to bars and like do fun stuff together. So, you know, so sort of where I'm left with it now is that I honestly just get really jealous, like when stuff like that happens. So like when she like goes out to parties like that, or like goes out with her friends. Not that it even happens that often, you know. And she doesn't really like to drink, so it's not like she's having like this wild time. But just, you know, we almost never get to go out anywhere, and so I just get this like crazy jealousy, you know. And I've gotten to control it a lot better over the last like 4 years we've been together. But it just, you know, I just get like so anxious and like unreasonably anxious. And like again, like I know nothing bad's gonna happen. I know there's nothing, like I know there's literally nothing to be anxious about or nothing to worry about. But I just can't help it. I just get this like extreme anxiety. That's all from like jealousy from the fact that like I don't know, that like I'm marrying this person and like we just never get to be a couple and like have fun together is what it feels like.
Well, I think you guys really need. Well, first you guys gotta like cut out your busyness. Like
Yeah.
from what I hear, like you guys after work or whatever do a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid. Like a lot of this stuff is stupid. So you gotta cut that out. Like you just have to first you have to plan your weeks a little better.
Yeah.
Like not make it so hectic. Second, like make sure if you could try it more, but like 2 date nights a month. Like you had like I really think you guys have to plan and stop being so dumb with your time.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Yeah, and so I think that like you need more downtime, and I think at least 2 nights a month, like you guys have to go out and have a date night, because if you don't, like you're just gonna keep up that anxiety. You're always gonna be anxious, but I think unless you guys have those date nights, like it's like stupid. Like like you always tell me about, like, so I'm like, what are you guys doing tonight? What time are you coming over? Like this. Oh well, we gotta do these million things, but it's not just once a week. It's
Yeah.
every single night.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah. So then like so it just ruined my like honestly ruined my whole week. Like I thought about it all week. Um, I mean, it sort of put, I mean, we hung out with, Mary and Jackie from work this weekend. Went to the movies on Saturday. They came over to Sam's party on Sunday, so they made me feel a little better about everything just because we were doing other stuff. And I was sort of telling them about it all during the week too at work. And then, but I really just, it was just, I don't know, it was just like terrible. And it sucks because like Allison really has like a lot of the same anxieties that I have. So I think initially, and part of this is probably that she's like almost 8 versus like 4, 3 or 4 when we first, when I first met her. I guess she just turned 3. But I feel like we've sort of learned to like sort of help each other with it a little bit, like with situations like that. Like we were talking about it before, so we dropped Kelly off at the party, and then our plan was going to be probably to pick her up later, because she didn't want to stay out the whole time because we had to go to, because we had to get stuff ready in the morning for Sam's party, and then she knows like me and Allison are both freaks, so I think for us, like, she was fine leaving a little bit early, and then like Allie and like me, like we both really wanted to pick her up, so obviously like we're not going to drag the kids out at midnight to like pick her up, so she left a little bit earlier than that. It was still like too late for the kids probably, but I mean, not that they've ever been up that late, not that they've never been up that late before. But yeah, so like before we went, Allie was like, oh, I want you to go to the party and all this stuff, and I was like, so I just playing with Alice, and I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So we'll drop your mom off, it'll be 7 o'clock. We'll come back home. We had like these cookies to make, so we'll bake the cookies, so we'll be doing that. And then you guys are both tired, so we should put a movie on, and you guys get in your pajamas, and then we just sit and watch a movie. Because honestly, then you'll fall asleep, and like then before you know it, like we'll go pick up your mom, like you'll be totally fine. And then she's like, okay, and I basically told her like, but it's really important, like you have to stick with the plan when we get back, because like Sam will do what you want to do too. So like if you get back and you're like, oh, I want to play, like then you're gonna play. We're not going to do that. Like you're gonna freak out at some point. So I was like, so you need to stick to the plan. She's like, okay, I'm still sticking to the plan. So then we like dropped Kelly off. We sort of looked inside, and like it looked like kind of boring in there, honestly. So like we're driving away, and I'm like, and I'm just saying to Allie in the backseat, I'm like, oh, did you get a chance to look inside? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, it looks real boring in there. And then she was like, yeah, it looks like a place you'd go to eat. And I was like, yeah, so like freak those people. It's gonna be a boring party. She was like, yeah, you're right. And then we got home. We were baking cookies, and I went on Snapchat because they all like snap the whole time. So I'm looking at Snapchat. And
so you're stalking them.
Yeah, absolutely. But
texting Kelly every 5 minutes.
Oh no, I didn't text her until like because she said she would let me know like around 10 or 10:30, like if she would definitely wanted to leave at 11. So I didn't text her until then, but I went on Snapchat, and then I like updated, I updated Allison, and I was basically like, oh, people are just posting selfies, like it must be boring there. She's like, okay, good. And then at like maybe 9:30, Kelly posted a meme on Facebook, and I'm like, so I had my phone up, so I saw it, so I said to Allie, I was like, ah, your mom's just there posting memes. She's definitely having a bad time, and Allie's like, good. Yeah. So and then she like fell asleep a little bit after that. But I felt like we had helped each other with our stupid anxiety.
Yeah.
And then Sam was real nudgy the whole night. I don't know. It's sort of unrelated to this, but he's in a phase where it's like kind of frustrating because he's not being bad, but he's not listening. So that was clearly the plan. Like Sam knew the plan too. Like they were gonna sit down and watch a movie. Because for me too, and this is like another thing I've said, which I think is part of it's true. Because it's I mean, me and Sam are alone all the time, but it's rare that I'm like it's just me with like multiple kids. Like even whether it's Sam or Allie, or like I got stuck watching 2 other kids like last week. It's like it's rare. It's really just me and Sam and Allie together. So there's a little bit of stress with that, just because we don't do it a lot.
Right.
So that was the other thing I said is like, generally when these things happen, it's because like with the kids. So then I have my crippling anxiety from the one end, and then like the little bit on top of it. So for me too, I was like, oh, if they fall asleep, at least it's a little better.
Right.
I can go play a game or something on the computer and then like distract myself. Um, but but anyway, so Sam was there, and he had Doctor Strange and Iron Man, and he was just sitting there like by him, like he was sitting there like at the table, and he was just playing with them quietly. He wasn't being loud, he wasn't running around. But I'm just like, Sam, that's not what we're doing right now. We're watching a movie, and he just like wasn't listening. Like he would listen for a minute, and then he'd like start playing it. And I'm like, Sam, but again, like he wasn't being bad, he wasn't being crazy, he wasn't like running around. I'm just like, dude, just listen. Like this is not what we're doing right now. It wasn't like it was outrageously late at that point either. So I mean, I think if we were all just home, I probably wouldn't have cared at all that he was playing. But it wasn't what we were doing right then. I don't know. But
that I just like every time I talk to you, like, oh, we gotta stop at Walmart, then we gotta stop at Nathan's hot dog stand, then we gotta stop here, we gotta pick up Allie some shoes, then we gotta go pick up Kelly some pants. It's not like it's one night. It's every single night.
It really is.
You guys, like I really think you guys have to like plan your week out, and then like every other week, like you and her, like, all right, here's the plan. Allie, you're gonna go to dance school. Someone's gonna pick you up. It's not gonna be us. Then at 9 o'clock, we're gonna pick you up and drive home. Like that's what it should be.
Yeah, that's. I think you're right, and that's honestly what we need to do. And this is an excuse because I could deal with this if I stop making the excuse for it.
Right.
But I feel like I don't have a lot of control over Allison's schedule. I feel like so that sort of like cripples me planning wise. Like I feel like. And again, this is just an excuse. I know there's ways around it because I could say like, hey, I want to do this thing this night. Can you find somebody to watch Allie? But I don't know if I'm just afraid that the answer is going to be no or whatever, and I'll be disappointed. But it's essentially like how we go out or how we like go to dinner or like have a night to ourselves is like we're leaving work and it's all it's like 5:30 in the afternoon already. And then Kelly's like, oh, Allie's going to sleep over at Brittany's house. And then it's like, oh, cool, we have a night to ourselves. Let's plan something. Let's do something right now, So it's never something where we can really plan and do stuff. It's like some spur-of-the-moment thing, which is better than nothing. But, yeah, we don't ever have, like, a big night out or anything like that.
We usually, guys, like I say, 2 nights a month.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, plan it out. Plan out your week better so you're not always hectic and run around.
Yeah.
And you're not going to listen to me, but I'm just saying.
No. I think I'm slowly learning that this is what I ultimately have to do.
Yeah, like you have to go look, Kelly. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. Here's what's happening.
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Does she have dance school?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So Wednesday night, we're gonna drop her off at dance school.
Yeah.
I guess her mom or Brittany or somebody.
Yeah.
Get somebody to pick her up.
Yeah.
It's just every other Wednesday. It's not that big of a deal. Pay them. Just pay them. Just give them $50.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They'll love to do it.
Yeah.
Just reward them handsomely, and they'll do it. It's not like what else are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Have a pick up. Like, look, we're gonna pick up Allie at 9. Go to dinner, but take your cell phones.
Yeah.
Leave them in the fucking car.
Yeah.
Go in there. No cell phones. No kids. Allie's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Now her as a mom and you with your anxieties, you're like, oh no, I need a phone in case something happens. Well, what happens 20 years ago?
Yeah.
You don't have a phone. The kids were all right. You grew up fine. How many times were you left with Bosch?
Yeah.
Or you and your sister left with Bosch, and then your parents like went out.
Yeah.
And did you ever die?
No.
No.
Still alive.
Yeah. So what you guys do is sit down. It's like we're going to Dante and Luigi's. You know, like we'll be back at 9.
Yeah.
Both have like Kelly will have her Coke, and you can have a glass of wine or something like that. Just talk about your day. Talk about your life. Like talk about not the wedding. You don't want to stress out.
Yeah.
Just have an adult conversation. Don't talk about kids. Don't worry about Allison. Don't worry about Sam. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Just have a normal conversation. Make fun of people that are at Dante and Luigi's.
Yeah, I agree. That's you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The other thing I need to do too is I absolutely realize in life is that I'm at a point where I have you. You know, I would say Mary and Jackie are friends, and like, you know, Arthur, you know, is you know, is sort of in that mix too. I mean, I'm not that I've ever hung out with him individually, but like I've hung out with him and Mary like a bunch of times now. But I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of don't want any friends. You know, I just think, I mean, just my experience thus far has been like most friendships end badly. Like I don't want to put the time and effort in. Like this is why I love that we podcast, because we can have an ongoing like relationship, and like it's set in stone. So like I can't fuck it up, or like, you know, not pay attention, or like anything like that. And like, you know, and the other two people I would consider friends are people I work with. So I have to see them like, you know, five days a week, hopefully more, because it means we're hanging out outside of work. But like other than that, like I don't know that I could sustain any additional friendships.
Yeah, don't worry about it. What you need to do is work on your relationship with Kelly without kids. And I've seen you guys. I've been out with you two.
Yeah.
You guys just go on your phone.
Yeah.
Just leave your phone in the car.
But that's like part of what I'm getting at is that sort of the other end of that is, I think, you know some of the stuff I would want to do, like going out, you sort of need friends to do. I'd like to go to a bar. I'd like to go out to a place to dance sometime.
I'll go to a bar with you.
I know. Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like, you know, if you have like a big group of people, it's like a little more fun.
Yeah.
But like right now, I mean, I have you guys, and then we have like Kelly's friends, who I feel like are not really my friends.
Well, here's what we'll do. You know what? You know what we should do? And you should no excuses.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I gotta work, and then just take off. We'll go to like an Eagles game, to like a crowded bar.
Yeah.
And you're gonna complain about it anyway. Like, oh, look at all these stupid South Philly people. look at all these New Jersey rednecks.
Yeah.
You don't complain. You go to a crowded bar like the Jug Handle.
Yeah.
Or you go to like something like Chicken Pete's, like super stupid crowded.
Yeah.
And you go there during an Eagles game.
Yeah.
And you, like, that's what I did Sunday. I went to the bar. There was only like 10 people. Like last night, I went to a bar, and like I was there with Rachel. It was like 10 other people, and like I felt like I was with a group of people.
Yeah.
Because none of my other friends watch football.
True.
They couldn't even name 10 teams probably.
Yeah.
And like that's, I'll go with you. And then you don't need friends. They're like your single serving friends, you know.
Yeah.
Like you just turn to a guy like, did you see that goddamn throw? You know, like you just need what you need. And what I do sometimes, you need single serving friends.
Yeah.
Like you get together, like that's why I like doing. That's one of the reasons like I like doing those 5Ks. Like you talk to people, like you talk about like your last times and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not that athletic a guy, and I don't even care about my times or whatever. But like you just talk about like the different runs you did or whatever, and it's, you know, it's cheap. And it's like you're single serving friends. You're like, oh man, me and this guy talked about this thing. I helped this girl out this money. It was great. Like you have these like little experiences, and you know what? You don't have to invest any time, but you don't even have to be on a first name basis. You can just have a good time.
Yeah, because I think I really have an issue. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe I have this idealized friendship thing in my head, but I feel like I've always had these just really hot, cold friendships where like so like when I used to be friends with Bonnie and her husband, like we did everything together, like everything, and then like it just eventually came crashing down because like I don't know, that amount of like, I don't know, that amount, like, I guess just doesn't last forever. So then once it tapers off, then it's like it like crashes down. You know?
Here's the thing about it.
Yeah.
Your last relationship, you spent too much time doing everything with everyone, worrying about everybody and everything.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely
now,
right.
this relationship, you want to do more, but I don't think you're spending enough time with Kelly. Like, you guys aren't making that time. Do you guys even know each other? You know, like you guys aren't making that time for each other. It's always about kids. It's about being busy. It's about this. It's about you guys. You know, when you guys are together, you're on your phones. What you got to do is you got to make 3 hours twice a month for just you guys.
Yeah.
And then you know, you don't have to invest time in friendship. You know, like you have this preconceived notion of what friendship should. You know, like it's written in stone. You know, and I do it. Like I'll go out by myself and like I'll watch an Eagles game. Yeah. And these are my single serving friends, you know, like I'll do a run, or I'll do like a group hike, or I'll do like we'll go on a date night with one of those things where you do the picture, you paint the picture,
Okay,
Yeah, like a couples night, whatever, and you start talking to people about stuff like that. You don't need to invest a lot, but you can feel like you've made a friend. Like that guy was pretty cool, like that's that's cool. Or like you can go, you can join communities like I'm on these, like on Instagram, like I join these smaller, like I follow these pages, and you see the same old people on these pages every single time, and like you'll start message you like, oh, you see that was a hilarious post, like you feel like you're like a little community, and that like I like that, like like I don't know these people, I don't even give a shit about them.
Well, I was like, I guess for me that was that Call of War thing that, like, a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Right. I stayed up all night watching that with the random 1,000 people, watching it.
Yeah, I just think like that's what you need in your life. Like I don't think at this point in your life you have time for like any more sustained, like me, Mary, and Jackie. Like I don't think you have any time in your life to have sustained friendships.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But what you need to do is cut some of the stupid hectic shit out of your life.
Yeah.
And do you and Kelly nights. Like I know what you're saying, because the last 2 weeks Rachel's been sick. But the only 2 nights that she had fun, she went out with her friend for his birthday, and she went out with like her sister, and like came back and like had a great time. Like we didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
Like for a week and a half.
Yeah.
And like that pissed me off.
Yeah.
But like that's gonna happen. But we don't have kids, so it's like you need to make this.
Yeah, that's been us for basically years. Like I don't know. Like the last time we like went out to a bar, went dancing, got home. Oh yeah, well true. That was like sort of a bust next week, and then another. We like really didn't plan it. Yeah. Like that was for my birthday last year, and like Allie was sick that week, so then Kelly, so Kelly was like, I don't know if we can, like, she can sleep out all night. We may have to go out and then go pick her up. And I'm like, I just want one night where like we just go out and like So it ended up being like this. I mean, we tried, but honestly, it was kind of a bust of a night because we ended up not really planning enough because we really didn't know what was going to happen. So it was like pretty disappointing. But like the last time we had just like. The last time we had a night that, like, I would say it was a night, like, when I was in my 20s, was, again, we went to a bar, went out to, like, a place where we danced, where we got home at, like, 2 or 3 in the morning. It was my 31st birthday. I'm 34 3/4 now. Yeah. So it's, like, it's just been a long time, Yeah. I don't know.
I think you guys should do small nights twice a month. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but, like, as hectic as, like, we all get, like, every other week's like pretty good,
Well, I think what's important about that too is that so when this happens, when you once every 3 years have like a big night out, then it just becomes so much pressure. Like it becomes like, so like that night when we went to the hookah bar, like we tried to do stuff for my birthday. I feel like it was like so much pressure. It was like, oh my god, we got one night, we actually get to go out, we got to do all the things, and then it ended up being a disappointing night. Yeah. Because it wasn't like this perfect night I had in my mind, which after like 3 years basically of like not getting like a night like that, like you in your head just think like I just deserve one fucking night that's like awesome. So the fact that the night wasn't awesome, it was disappointing. It still would have been a really good, like it still was a really good night. It just wasn't like there was just so much built up in my head because of just how long it had been. So like it's like you're saying, if we just broke it up and had smaller things, then there's not as much pressure when we do get like a night we can really plan and go out.
Get a night like, fuck it, let's go do something. Yeah. And you're worried about like planning, and you guys are worried about all the kids and everything. But like I said, your parents went out. You guys didn't die. The same thing's gonna happen with Allison. She's not gonna die. Yeah. So you guys can go out you should go out for 3 like. You fucking go to just you and her go to Dave & Buster's. Like, oh well, I'm not gonna have a good time. Well, you're gonna have a good time. We're gonna play bed. Like, make it a good time. You know what I mean? Like the number one thing is leave your phones in the car. Yeah. Like just disconnect.
Well, to be fair, we like to communicate by memes though.
Yeah. Well, no, communicate as a human.
That's how we communicate.
It's so.
That's how we always communicate.
Don't be an asshole. I'm trying to help you guys out.
Yeah. Well, no, I like to have our phones for the memes. But Kelly not answer her phone. I've never seen anyone talk on the phone more in my entire life. I don't know. I got I feel like it normally doesn't bother me. I got mad about it the other night.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. But I just think like you guys need time, like you need to get to know each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's what would happen.
People get to know each other through memes.
No, oh my God, don't stop being an asshole all the time. How about you don't be an asshole for once? Just listen to me.
It's just in my personality.
Yeah.
But
I'm telling you, it'll help out a ton.
Yeah.
Like, look, Allison, we'll be back in 9.
yeah.
Like, and it's just, you guys already spent $1 million on the kids. Just make it a ridiculous, like, look, you're watching her for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Here's $50.
Yeah.
Like, I'd watch Allison for $50.
Yeah.
She'd never love you, but like, just do it. You know what I mean? Stop making excuses. Oh well, we have to go to fuck it. We'll go to Target on Sunday morning.
That's honestly what it is. I mean, this is like, because you're right. I mean, I know the things we have to do, and I guess we never talked about it as concretely as this.
Yeah.
But I know I had to do something like that for a while, and I just haven't done it. Like,
right, do it.
Yeah.
Like, oh well, we're gonna plan out the week on Sunday.
Yeah.
Here's when we're gonna do stuff. We're gonna run around like maniacs on Tuesday night or whatever.
Yeah.
Cause Wednesday we're dropping Allie off. Someone's picking her up.
Yeah.
We're going out to dinner. What? No.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna make this a thing.
Yeah. No,
like the first time's gonna be hard. The second time's gonna be not as hard. By the 8th time,
Yeah.
you know, 4 months down the line, you know, like everyone's just gonna be used to it.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, well, you know, we've gone out, you know, had a couple drinks. We've tried this place and this place, and why don't we go to a club? You know what I mean? It's not like pressure to go to a club. Like we have to go to this club tonight. Like, you know, like, well, we have to get dinner first. Well, we've gotten dinner a bunch of times. Let's just eat a couple, you know, French fries on the way there. Go to the club. You know.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It'll relieve some of the pressure.
You're absolutely right.
You know, so I think that's, and if you don't do it, like if you don't take my advice, it's your fault.
Yeah, no, you're out. I 100% agree.
Yeah, but you got to get her on board too, and I think that's what it is. I don't think you can.
Maybe she'll listen to Holy Costa.
Yeah, and like I don't want to sound like a Kavanaugh, but like you can't really give her a choice about it.
Yeah.
Like here's what we're doing. Like if you're gonna have a sustained relationship with her for the next 50 years until one of you guys die, because you're getting married, you gotta start now.
Yeah.
You can't be running around. Heck, you can't start when Allie moves out at 48.
Correct.
Yeah.
Accurate.
So, I think that's been tonight's Whole Week Cost a Minute for the last 15 minutes.
Whole Week Cost 55 minutes.
Yeah. So I think you need to take relationship advice from me because I've never failed in a relationship.
It's inaccurate.
It's always accurate. For Kev, it's JD, and we're signing off. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Whole Week Costa. Oh no, we're still on camera.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What happened? Oh no.